Only this week, Ripple disclosed two of the new XRP ledger integrations that it has implemented. Monica Long, the president of Ripple, expressed excitement and enthusiasm for these developments, expressing her expectation of XRP Ledger's integration with the Axelar network in a recent tweet. She reiterated her long-held belief that multi-chain technology is the way of the future. This integration has the potential to bring additional cross-chain decentralized applications to XRP Ledger, increase liquidity for stablecoins and other assets, and expand XRPL's features to over 50 other blockchains. The president of Ripple is just as excited by these advances. According to a recent announcement, Ripple and the Axelar Foundation have partnered to improve XRP Ledger compatibility across a number of blockchain platforms. Because of this agreement, developers will be able to create new applications and be connected to a more interconnected blockchain ecosystem through Axelar's network. With more access to resources, XRPL's reach and usefulness will increase. By providing vital liquidity for stable currencies and large-cap assets, the Axelar network integration with XRPL seeks to improve the XRPL DeFi ecosystem. Developers can utilize some features that are already included in the XRPL, such as the native DEX and the soon-to-be-released AM. Additionally, with the aid of the Axelar network and Axelar's, cross-chain decentralized apps may be implemented on the XRPL with greater ease. Broadcast message developers have the ability to call functions on smart contracts that are connected to over 55 blockchains. The functionality of Bing XRP goes beyond what is typically achievable with Asset. The partnership between Ripple and Zoni Kentucky was announced earlier this week. On the XRPL blockchain, issued tokens can represent real assets, and the partnership's aim is to expedite the tokenization process for these assets. Bridging the gap between XRPL and Axelar is anticipated to be implemented in May. The SEC has requested a one-week extension of the ongoing litigation, but why is it worth looking into? The Securities and Exchange Commission has requested that Judge Alexandra Torres of the Southern District of New York accelerate its remedy-related filing deadline by 1 week due to recent developments in the agency's ongoing legal battle with Roche Laboratories. The goal of the request, which was made on February 27, 2024, is to make sure that everyone has enough time to finish their tasks. According to the subheading, the SEC is requesting a 1-week extension. James K. Fillon, a former U.S. federal prosecutor, has reported that the SEC has asked Judge Annalisa Torres of the Southern District of New York to grant an extension on the deadlines for filing documents related to remedies. FaceS has requested a modification of the remedy briefing dates. More specifically, they have asked for extensions for the following due dates in an attempt to move the opening brief filing date for remedies from March 13 to March 22, 2024. The Securities and Exchange Commission is requesting a continuation, but if it is approved, Ripple will have until April 22, 2024, instead of April 12, and the SEC will have until May 6, 2024, instead of April 20th, 9th, to submit its reply brief. This is a significant step forward as Ripple's approval of the request demonstrates the parties' cooperation in overcoming the obstacles presented by the legal system, giving rise to the justification for formally requesting more time. The SEC brought up a recent disagreement on the parameters of discovery and its request for a postponement. This disagreement was only settled on February 5, 2024, in order to determine whether or not institutions may have sold XRP in violation of securities laws subsequent to the filing of the case. Due to a delay in the discovery process, the Securities and Exchange Commission has requested more time to gather information on potential remedies, forcing Ripple to submit their financial statements in the dispute. SEC Representative George Tanner stated that both the agency and Ripple have been working really hard and that they both believe that more time is needed. We intend to use this additional time to fully finish the briefing process and evaluate the recently acquired materials. The CC has requested an extension and is still awaiting a decision from the court. The court has reserved judgment. Should this recommendation be put into practice, the time for submitting briefs regarding potential case remedies would need to be adjusted. In the meantime, the trial before a jury in the case analyzing the XRP economy is scheduled to begin on April 23, 2024. The XRP price is currently around 58 cents, suggesting the probability of a bullish trend. However, the weekly RSI shows an inverse reversal pattern between the head and shoulders. Assuming the RSI breaks out over 50 points and reaches 60 cents in the near future, the increasing momentum might be sustained. A one-week delay in the XRP lawsuit timetable was sought by SEC despite the continuous court fights. Owned a problem with discovery by approving the extension, Ripple showed that they were willing to work together. Ripple can face a fine of $10 million to $100 million according to a lawyer for any violations related to XRP sales. In reference to the continuing legal battle over XRP status between SEC Ripple Labs and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission within the current timetable, the CC has formally requested further time for briefings pertaining to remedies in light of the continuing legal conflict. This petition was filed. The Southern District of New York's Judge Annalisa Torres is the intended recipient of this petition, which seeks, among other things, a one-week extension on certain dates. The SEC filed a petition on February 27, 2024, requesting a postponement of the deadlines for submitting briefs pertinent to the action's remedies phase. All parties involved are requesting alterations to the requests as outlined, and the petition cites good cause in accordance with Federal Rule Civil Procedure. The Securities and Exchange Commission has requested that 16 more specifically, the deadline for submitting the remedy-related opening brief be pushed back from March 13, 2024 to March 22, 2024. As a result, the date for the SEC's reply brief has been extended from April 20th, 9th to May 6, 2024, and the period for Ripple to submit its opposition brief has been pushed back from April 12 to April 22, 2024. Citing a recent disagreement on the scope of discovery that was not resolved until February 5, 2024, SEC sought to justify their request. As a result, the Securities and Exchange Commission has required a one-week extension of the discovery time for working together and reaching a consensus on treatments. It is noteworthy that, according to a statement made by the Securities and Exchange Commission, no party has ever requested more time to finish the briefings on the remedies. The parties have reached a mutual agreement, and despite the contentious nature of the disagreement, Ripple has agreed to comply with the SEC's request. Tenriera stated that the SEC investigation and the parties' agreement were crucial components that supported the request for an extension because they allow for a more thorough examination of the recently produced documents and to complete the briefing without unduly disadvantageous circumstances. Request for a Ripple final decision description of the procedural nature. The SEC letter states that since there isn't a trial pending in the current proceedings, the request won't be impacted by any future trials. According to this section, the extension request in the XRP issue was procedural and did not portend a significant delay in the case's outcome. The remedies phase discusses potential legal actions or penalties that the SEC may take against Ripple for allegedly legal behavior, specifically the unregistered selling of XRP. A lawyer for XRP named John Dion has estimated that legal costs might cost Ripple anything from $10 million to $100 million,